Give me just a second. I'm gonna run around. And this is the schedule. So all the animals will follow this schedule. Only the animal that you have told to work will follow this schedule. So for example, if you got one watering plants, they'll come out at 3 p.m. every single day that they are working, and they'll leave at 7 p.m. and stuff like that. Yeah, let's add some fodder. Okay, so I don't have to pull the item out. That was what was going on. Okay. Like, I don't know who's going to eat that, but I also haven't been petting them. I don't know if it really matters at this point. I guess I could. I'll pet them when I come back. Oh yeah, well, Alan isn't in the sky today. I can't do anything. That's fine. I guess we'll do a fighting day. I mean, I'll get some wood too. I'll get some wood and then we'll go fight. I think that'd be the best thing to do. Since I have talked to the monsters today, let me just go brush them. I don't know if they need the food or if they get upset without food. But they do like a little brushy brush.
Hey there.
I like that it just sounds like a witch. But yeah, the elephant will help with your watering, and the reaper will help with cutting the grass. And I think the one that's going to be the hardest to get is, I think, the woodcutter. I don't think there's that many woodcutters. But it's been a long time. I know of like one specific, and it's a big boy. But I can't think of any other. Getting somebody to break down the rocks in your field is super easy. It's the slimes. Which, maybe that feels a bit weird, but yeah, it's the slimes that take care of your rocks. But the only reason I got those two is because I can take care of most of this myself. Except the rock guy. But I'm not too worried about the rocks compared to, like, everything else on the field. And we've already got, like, a few places taken care of anyway. It's going to take a while for the one guy to, like, level up anyway. Our little elephant is going to take a little bit to level up. And be strong enough to water the entire field, because, like, he's just going to water any, like, field that's tilled right now. It's not going to matter if there's grass growing on it or not. So it's just going to take a little while for him to, like, start working properly. It's the same with the other guy. It's going to take a little bit for him to learn how to cut, but at least he will be able to, like, recognize, hey, this one has grass on it. The other guy doesn't. The elephant's a little bit sillier. So I'm fishing because I need to waste some time before Melody's place opens. I'm trying to think, like, I've been talking about, like, different interactions that can, like, boost, like, the girls', like, affection and stuff, right? If you were, say, creating a game that, like this, and, like, certain interactions could, like, boost your affections with, like, a certain character, what would you do? I'm thinking, like, I do know that they tried to make, like, an evil character in Harvest Moon DS, the Witch Princess, where you actually had to, like, kill off a bunch of animals in order to, like, make her a potential bride. Unfortunately, I think she was glitched in the North American version, so I don't think you can marry her anyway. But you had to, like, if you wanted to marry her in the versions that worked.
Welcome. The bath is perfect as always.
It's hard to say, yeah. Yeah, it's hard to say. But I do remember that being a thing.
Welcome.
But I think you also had to put, like, a poison mushroom into the community hot pot at the end of the... during fall, there was, like, a community hot pot, and if you put a poison mushroom in there, you'd poison everybody. And you had to see that event, I think, like, 3 times. Maybe putting small things like helping their friends and family out boosts their likability to you.
Why, thank
I,
you.
I, I, I agree with that. I feel like the more, like if you have higher friendship with like certain people, then you should automatically get like a boost to them. Like being friends with like their little sibling or like their parents or something like that just automatically gives them like a little boost. I like that idea. Or like, or in the opposite, being friends with like somebody they dislike just kind of makes them drop a little bit. I feel maybe not too much, but it's just like, oh, you're friends with them. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like it can get complicated. I feel like it gets more complicated when you get like negative things. But like, I feel like there's so much fun stuff that you could do with like relationship bars and stuff. Like I would, I don't know, maybe something like to deal with animals. So like having, I know there's a character eventually who's like really fond of animals, and I think your animal care is boosted by that. They're boosted by your animal care. There's an animal. Let's see. No, there isn't. So some certain Rune Factory games has like an animal care like skill. So maybe it's just the amount of animals that you have or something like that that she's boosted by. But I know they really love animals. I know they used to get boosted by animal care. I believe. But I think like maybe attachments to like specific animals more than others, maybe. Maybe if you grow, well, that's missed. Turnips. Growing a bunch of turnips helps miss. I don't think that's actually poured into the game. I think it's just farming in general. But God, she loves her turnips. That woman and her turnips. Anyway, we're gonna do the turnip event today. We're gonna do the turnip event today. I don't want to say anything else. It happens around 6 o'clock. It's a super early event. So like as soon as I'm done watering here, I'm gonna go. Well, I mean, there are certain games where like depending on what clothes that you wear, it boosts stuff. But like maybe, I don't know. I feel there's so much. I saw, you know what? I saw the trailer for Fable, like the new Fable game coming out, and it was talking about all these different traits and stuff that can impact like people's reactions to you. So like if you're like a landlord or something like that, it can have an impact. Or like if you're too wealthy, some people will be like, oh, you're a rich snob. Or if you don't have enough skills or something in a particular thing, they'll call you an idiot. And so I feel like a lot of that could be implemented too into like just other games. So anyway, I never really played the original Fable, but like that game, I was watching that and I was like, God, I hope it's as good as what you're telling me. I really hope it's as good as what I'm seeing on this trailer and all this on this, because like it sounds so cool. It really does. It really does sound so cool, and I'm just like, I hope it actually is good. But we're gonna sit up here, and while I'm watching for it to get nighttime, I'm gonna blow my nose and get a little sip. Enjoy the Runeys spawning in. I'm gonna put this down because it's still not dark enough. Apparently, he's just like, oh, I can't see because of the sun. He's not even facing the sun, but okay, whatever. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, the sun is, like, behind that cliff or wall of stone, mountain, whatever. but whatever. Anyway, this is supposed to pop up really early, but we just gotta wait for the night to actually pop in. There it is. See, there it is. It is now getting nighttime, so any moment now, we shall see this turnip constellation. But yeah, if I left him just sitting there, he would just constantly keep complaining about his eyes hurting. That's why I let him, like, go down for a little bit. Anyway. Any minute. You know, oh, there we go. I was afraid I was going to have to leave and then come back up. But this is the turnip constellation. This is the last constellation for a while. At least till next month. That? A shooting star? No, something is falling. It fell! It fell near my house! Oh no, let's go take a look right now. So, it did not fall near the house. It fell in the house. And so, when you go into the house, you get this. What is this? I heard a loud noise. Are you okay, Raguna? Mist, I'm fine. That's good. Still, you have turnips all over your house. You must really love turnips, Raguna. I'm glad to know we share the same interests. And that's Mist's event. No, I don't understand it either. No, I don't understand it either. But hey, free turnips. That's 120 gold each. I don't understand it either. But it's 120 gold that I'm going to use. And I'm going to spend like the rest of the night just grinding. Because I've ordered everything. I've taken care of everything that I can. But yeah, that's Mist's event. That's Mist's event. So, I'm going to try and grind some. Because it's been a while since I really sat down and did any grinding. Okay. So, what I want to do is try to get like a level or two, and then we'll come back, maybe chop a tree or two down, because we're close to like the amount that I need. It'll be next holiday before we can get the upgrade to the blacksmith, though. Because we have to upgrade, we have to build the actual part of the house first, and then we have to buy the equipment, and then we have to buy the books, or we could buy the books and then the equipment. It don't really matter, but either way, a lot of money. A lot of money has to go into this, so we're just gonna grind. As long as I have money, as long as I have the upgrade ready by next holiday, we're fine. In fact, I might play a little bit longer today just to make sure that I have enough to do me. I almost... You know what? No, I don't think I'm ready. I almost wanted to unlock the next stage, because there's another area that you can grind a lot in. But I don't feel comfortable doing that yet. I don't feel comfortable grinding there yet. So we're not going to do that. Okay, and we didn't get anything. I hope everybody is doing well. I hope everybody is just chillaxing and enjoying the vibes of the stream. I know it's a bit of a, it's a grindy day. It's hard to completely ignore the grind of games like this. There we go. I was afraid I was going to die. But like games like this, you do have to grind every so often. But I do believe this is the biggest grind out of all of them. And we do get to cut it off by like doing other activities too, like cooking and fishing and farming. But it has been a while since I've done like actual fighting. So I think once we get closer to like level 30, I'll try and unlock a few more floors, or at least the third one, because like down below us is a good grinding spot. I think tonight I might get some potions made. But the main reason I'm not going down below is because I know there's a bunch of golems. Come here. You know what? Since we do have max health, and I had to take care of that, why don't we experiment? Because we're level 26. I don't have the strongest equipment. That's what I'm worried about. These guys scare me. But I want to go ahead and unlock the next area. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit before I take care of this. But I can still unlock it. So this is the next floor. This floor right here. Okay? Let me see. Of course you spawn it right there. That's alright. But this is where I want to eventually switch to grinding. But I'm just not really confident right now. Ooh, I got gold. Or no, that was copper. It looked like gold for a minute. But that's where I would like to eventually grind, because there's more enemies there. But like if you could knock that guy off of his like thing, you can get him pretty easy, but it takes a while to get him there. Like especially if you're fighting like several in a row, it's a bit of a pain. Anyway, it's almost midnight, so I am just running back home. I was going to chop some trees today, but then I decided, no, let's go to floor. Let's go unlock that one floor. But I had to break down that debris before I could even access it. So okay, so it is 1 minute to midnight, and I have like all the time in the world now because I'm in the house. So we're gonna let's see. We will make some potions. Okay, I don't have enough for you or you. Oh, I can make some cold drink. Yeah, energy drinks is what I want to make later on, and make like the higher upgrade stuff. Let me make some of these, because I don't need a lot of you. And that just kind of gives me a little extra skill. But I'd like to turn these energy drinks into energy drink S later. And then there's the energy drink X. But just having the energy drink like this one, is super useful. Now later on it'll be like super easy to get most of the grass. I think there's only like 1 or 2 grasses that are difficult. They're like the black and white grasses. But even then I think Laura eventually sells it, but I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure about that. We'll see. I want to go ahead and say this will probably be the last week I play Rune Factory twice in a row because we'll be switching over to Valentine's Day. If I get to play twice this week, again because of the weather and stuff, I'm still kind of watching out for it. But we're supposed to have another snow tonight, so there's a chance that I might not be able to stream tomorrow, or the day after. So just kind of watching out on all this stuff. But the plan is to try and stream like Rune Factory today, and then we're gonna do it again on Tuesday, and then tomorrow, Monday, I'm gonna be playing Kitty Powers Matchmaker because I couldn't get Journey to work, I couldn't get Abzu to work, so I decided to do Valentine's Day a little bit early, and plus there's that chance of the snow, so like I don't even know if I'll get to do it. I don't even know if I'll be able to stream it, but like we can go ahead and start it. But after this week, Rune Factory will be just once a day, so or like once each week, and then we'll be switching to like more Valentine's Day stuff. So I don't plan on quitting this game. I just plan on like changing it. Let me see. Got 19. Let me do 20. And then we'll turn those into stuff tomorrow. We'll turn them into bigger stuff if we have the energy tomorrow. Yeah. Let's see. I think because it is 12 o'clock, I'm going to go ahead and take a break here. Because I prefer to go ahead and take my breaks like at the start of a day rather than at the end of one. Or like in the middle of a day. Just going to save twice just to make sure. And I will be right back in just a few minutes. I'm just going to stretch. I'm going to move around a little bit. And I will see you in just a bit. Just a bit. Hello. So we are going to continue with the day. I might do a little bit longer today. I will see. Especially because I know this is going to be the last week I do 2 days in a row of Rune Factory. We'll see. We'll see though.
Morning. Let's make.
But we're gonna, like, my idea is to try and get all the crops to grow at least a little bit before the end of this holiday. Like, I really would like the pineapples to grow before the end of this holiday. I don't know if they will, because I did plant them a little bit late. But I want to try and get as much grown as possible. I think we will water the fall area plants first today, and then we'll worry about the spring crops and stuff. Even though I don't know if this is actually going to help the relationship or not, because I'm not feeding them. Like, there's a ton of hay here.
Hey there.
Even if I'm not actively feeding them, they're still being fed. Does that make sense? Like, not really, but they are being fed. I just wanted to see the thing. So, like, like, if you see their name, Elephant. Oh, wait, their actual monster name is called Elephant? Because this is a ghost, and I called it Reaper. Elephant is actually a creature called Elephant. I was literally naming it after the toy. Okay. No, it's fine. But underneath their name and, like, their monster type, they will, eventually develop hearts. And you have to get, like, a heart or two before you can actually get them to work for you. And I think the more hearts a monster has, the more likely they are to produce higher quality stuff. But I think that's more for like Buffamoos and stuff like that, because these can't like actually produce anything. But I think they do better at their job the higher their hearts are. So you can only have one monster though doing a job at one time though, so it doesn't really matter if I have like a whole bunch of waterers. Only one of them will actually do the job. But you could have a whole bunch of like cows or a whole bunch of woolies or a whole bunch of like other critters. Or if you don't care, you can like literally have as many creatures as you want if you just like having the monster around. If you just want a bunch of the critters because you like them, you can totally do that. Come on, get closer. No? Yeah, so that's just with my watering can. That's just me attacking with my watering can. Again, you could probably do a watering can run. You could probably do a fishing rod run, where all you do is fight with like your tools, or like your fishing rod, or your watering can. Now, how good will it be? I don't know. I need to test it out though, because that sounds fun, but I'd be doing it off screen. But it does sound fun. Also, I got like 2 sets of Charm Blue, right? The Charm Blue flowers. I don't think I mentioned it at the time, but there is a reason why you might want to grow a bunch of Charm Blue. And this also happens in like Back to Nature and Friends of Mineral Town if you're playing Harvest Moon. They aren't always going to grow into blue flowers. There is a chance of them turning red. There's a chance of them turning into Charm Red flowers. I'm just shutting them up. Anyway. But you can sometimes get a red flower. I think it's like 1 out of 10. And even then, sometimes you don't get them at all. But like having some extra ones around so you can get those red flowers is really good. Now, I don't know many crafting recipes that actually use those flowers. But if you're wanting to try and like collect as many as possible of each plant, then you're probably going to buy a lot of those flowers. Oh, again, a lot of it's more just like, do you want to do this for yourself? It's like the leveling up everything for like higher level stuff, right? You don't have to do it, but if you want to do it, you can. Or you could just leave everything level 1. I mean, I guess challenge modes would encourage you to like increase it too, because there's only so much that you could do with a watering can. But like if you level it up, then you could do a lot more. So, but if you're playing like a traditional run like I'm doing, then it's not like the levels aren't going to matter that much. Let's see, you guys haven't grown yet. Oh, it might be tomorrow. It might be tomorrow. That's good. Okay, so I'm gonna water the spring ones, I think. Or should I just wait? Should I just wait and talk to everybody instead? I mean, I guess I could do that. Sorry about that. Let's see.
Morning. I'm sleepy every day.
Did you find the turnip constellation? Yes, it looked really weird. There's a legend where that turnip was eaten by a famous hero before he defeated a monster catfish underground. That's based off of a Japanese folklore, ain't it? Except it wasn't a turnip. Wasn't it like a peach or something? So he ate a turnip to fight a catfish? That sounds weird. I guess. I do remember something like that. Let me take a look. I don't think it boosted that much. I think it just kind of varies.
Good.
Yes, we'll get you a sharp talon whenever I get one. Whenever I find one, I will get you one.